82-year-old.
Where's... Hey everybody, how you guys doing? This is Alex with the Linux Tube, and...
What's up? This is Sean. Sean is 6000 from the Gamer Tube.
And today we're going live with just an impromptu session. So Sean, how's your day today?
I had an awesome day today. I started a new job and I'm kind of loving it. Day two, that's how it goes, right? You love it at first. It's like everything's all exciting and everyone's all nice to you. And
yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, you know, like in 6 months from now. A different story, right? My boss sucks, my truck sucks, my feet are sore, my shoes suck, everything sucks.
I'll try not to be negative anymore. You know, try to learn my old age.
Your old age.
Be happy. Be happy with what you get. You get what you get, and that's what you get.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, you know, honestly, you know, the one thing you got to think about is that the reality of it is no matter where you go, you're always going to find somebody that's worse off than you.
And every job has its positives and negatives, and you know, there's always things you can love about a place and things that can get on your nerves. You just try to ignore that stuff and cash the paychecks.
Pretty much. You know, I mean, that's...
Leave it all at work and go home and enjoy your life.
Yeah, well, you know, like... I know the feeling, you know, I mean, my job can be frustrating because it's literally a battle every day for pretty much everything that you need, you know? But in the end, I've learned to just leave it at home. Like today, when you came over, what was I doing?
Just chilling, listening to jazz.
That's it, man.
Laying in your chair with your shirt off, just decompressing.
Decompressing, that's right, man. You just gotta, yeah, you just gotta sit and relax and, you know, take your mind off stuff, take some personal time, you know, some me time.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's an hour. A lot of people get that when they drive in their car going home. You know, listen to a good podcast, hopefully one of our lives, or just watching one of our videos or one of our channels.
That's a good way to decompress.
But yeah,
podcasts.
Yeah, you know, just listen to stuff you like, listen to music, whatever. You know, I just like to come home, listen to about a half hour to an hour of smooth jazz, and just relax. Just enjoy the day for what it is.
Right on.
You know, and thank God it's Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, so I went like 2 weeks without a job. And, you know, things were looking a little scary. It was like, I didn't know what I was going to do and stuff. So, this place hired me the day I got fired from the job we were at. You know,
right.
I left our parking lot and called these guys off the side of the road at like 9 o'clock in the morning. They hired me, you know, I went there that day and they hired me. And like 2 weeks later, I had figured they just forgot about me, or you know, and then they called, put me on the schedule. So it was like, wish you guys would have kept me in the loop, so I wasn't like stressing out. You know,
feel like, man, what did I do wrong in that interview? Did I pick my nose, scratch my butt?
Right, I didn't know what happened, you know. And I've had like 6 other opportunities since then. I had to turn because these guys finally called. It was like, it was kind of funny. Yesterday I started. And I was getting calls from all these other employers that I had filled out applications for. It was like, busy.
Oh, so you got more than just one call?
Oh, yeah, I had multiple offers. I have my CDL as I drive truck, and it's like, it's stupid easy to get a job. You can get fired one day and get a job the next day. There's just a demand for it. There's not a lot of people do it. There's too many jobs for people, for human bodies. That's why they're trying to go electric.
So they're trying to go electric. I don't see trucks being... I mean, you can't haul... I mean, I'm all for the computer part on it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the reality is, I mean, I can't see batteries, lithium batteries, sustaining the pulling power that would be required for a semi-truck to be electric. Or even a dump truck.
Yeah, just the torque and like the amount of energy it takes to move a full load. You know, it's just like, it is crazy that people. They're making like F-150 trucks. You know, Ford and Chevy's making trucks too that I don't know how you tow a boat or a camper like that. It's like you gotta charge it every 20 minutes.
Something like that. I don't know.
Get the generator going.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a weird. I can't either. You know, what's really funny, I saw a meme or a video that somebody. Yeah, it was a video. Somebody posted on Facebook on one of their stories, and they were driving by one of these new F-150s, and it had a generator in the back with the cable pulled out and plugged into the actual charging socket. No, while it was stopped on the shoulder in front of a stop sign.
Yeah. When I was hunting this last season, we were way up in the Okanagan Mountains, northern eastern Washington, you know, and you drive 3 or 4 down these gravel roads, and there's a Tesla way up in there, hooked up to a little generator. It's like me and my buddy were almost crying. We were laughing so hard.
Tesla on a logging road?
A little tiny, one of those nice ones, the S, the Type S or something. Like $200,000 Tesla up there hunting elk. It's like, where are you gonna put it, man? Yeah, all by itself. There's no other trucks next to it, or the windows were all tinted. So I don't know if someone was sitting in it, but it was plugged into a generator. The generator sitting right next to it. It just looked totally out of place, you know.
So you no longer have to buy a generator just for your house in case your house loses power. You're going to need a generator now for your car.
Yep.
One of those little mini, 2,000-watt generators, right?
Just to make it to Portland and back, or, you know.
Wow.
I think that's still 200 miles.
Well, you know what's ridiculous is that? You know the movie Cocaine Bear?
Nah, I want to see it, actually. It looks really good. I need a good laugh out loud. You know, I don't know if it's really theater-worthy, but it looks pretty funny. And, yeah,
well,
I know it well.
They're coming out, according to HuffPost, they're coming out with a cocaine shark.
Oh, wow. It must be a popular movie then.
Another animal is set. Listen to this. Another animal is set to get it on wild drug-fueled action in the movie this year.
Wow.
Cocaine Shark is scheduled to arrive in theaters, fins and all, in July. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Cocaine Bear, but, I mean, this is like, I guess maybe Cocaine Shark was a way to try to revive the whole Sharknado craze that happened, and now it's starting another different type of craze.
Yeah, that's insane that it's that popular already, you know. And the movie just came out like 2 weeks ago or something.
Well, I don't even understand the premise of it. What the hell is the premise of Cocaine Bear? So, cocaine-fueled bear that's just like...
Some smugglers made their drop out of an airplane, is what they do.
Spoiler, by the way, spoiler alert.
They drop it in like the oceans, or these guys... You know, in the California, up in the woods, that's what a lot of drug mules will do. And the bear gets into their package. They drop it out of an airplane, or helicopter, whatever it is, and the bear finds their goodies. So,
and
a bear wouldn't even be attracted to something like that. It's such a nasty smell, and not that I would know, but it was like, you know.
You just assume it's a nasty smell.
Yeah.
I would think so.
It's icky.
Yeah, it's all icky. Don't do drugs.
Sugar.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah, I seen something else about cocaine. There's someone else must have seen that movie. I was looking at AP News, and there's a exotic cat.
Right.
Someone got pulled over, and their exotic cat escaped to the car or something, and they ended up catching it and had cocaine in its system. So they took it away from the owner, and now it's sitting in the Cincinnati Zoo.
Are you serious?
He lost his exotic kitty. But yeah, he's sitting around sharing
cocaine.
Sharing some cocaine with your cat, man.
Well, back in high school, I remember. Okay, I remember back in high school passing around the spliff, and a couple of our friends were at this dude's house, and he would blow it into his dog's face, you know. Yeah. And his dog would get high and get the munchies and all kinds of shit. Now, I'm not promoting to do that to your animals, so I'm not saying that in any way, shape, or form. I was just, I was yelling. I'm like, what are you doing? If the dog wanted to smoke a joint, he'd sit there and, smoke the joint himself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's involuntary. They don't make choices like that to go out and be stupid like humans. So
Yeah, but
like deer eat mushrooms and squirrels eat mushrooms and
yeah, but they do that. I think as part of their foraging.
there's something that gets drunk off like berries, off rotten berries.
Rotten berries, yeah.
I can't remember what that is, but there's other, and we're not the only species that partakes in getting elevated, but to force it on your animals, that's foolish.
Yeah. I mean,
It's foolish to have a large cat to begin with, but a lot of rich people do it for some reason. It's like, I don't know why. But I mean, it's all cute when you get it. It looks like a little kitten, and then it grows up, and like, how do you even feed something like that? In your little New York apartment, or Mike Tyson had them, and
yeah. Well, I mean, there's lots of people that own these. They own these exotic, like tigers and stuff,
right.
and or what a lot of people do is they'll buy like exotic snakes. Like a boa or a python. And when you start off, it's only like 5 inches long, 4 inches long, little tiny thing.
Tiny.
And
bugs.
Yeah, and it doesn't, eat like whole rabbits or anything like that. And so they'll buy these little snakes, and then when these things in like a couple of years are like 6 foot long, they're like, I don't know what to do with this thing.
You had one, right?
I had a Colombian red-tailed boa that I actually rescued from somebody who had that similar situation. Their son had it, and then they wound up inheriting it, and they didn't know how to care for it. And they're like, I'm scared of snakes. I don't know how to really care for it. I gotta get rid of it, and I just don't want to turn it loose. What do I do with it? And I'm like, well, you know what? I'll go ahead and take it. And so I took it. And I started, taking care of this animal. Just, I enjoyed it actually, but it was very powerful. I'll never forget. It wrapped around my arm for the first time. Really? When I was holding it. It just wrapped around my arm, and it wasn't even like it was like on my shoulders, draping down my arm, and it wrapped around, and it wrapped right around my arm, right?
Wow.
And it wasn't even squeezed, it was just holding on. But I could feel that pressure, and it started cutting off circulation to my fingers.
Wow.
And like my fingers were going numb and stuff, and I hurried up and got it off me. But it was just the weight of it. And it was like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like I realized exactly that if that snake got around my neck, I was done.
Yeah.
I was done. I mean,
it happens so fast too. They're sneaky about it.
Yeah, and then I was watching a documentary on it later, and they actually have sensors down their belly that actually feel heartbeat of whatever it is that they're constricting on.
Oh.
They actually can feel the heartbeat or the heat and the pressure, like your blood pressure. So that's how they know when to let go.
Wow.
As long as that animal... Hey, we've got 2 viewers in the chat. Well, not in the chat, but 2 viewers so far. Hey, guys, say hello.
We're talking about cocaine cats.
And pythons. But anyhow...
No cocaine, right?
No, I never give them cocaine. No. But I'll tell you what, I made the first thing, when you read anything about dealing with any kind of snakes or any herpetology or anything like that, you definitely, Hip Dad, how are you doing, brother? He says hi.
Hello.
And so they tell you don't feed these snakes in their habitat. And
really,
the echo might be me. Hang on.
You have a rabbit?
Huh? Anything.
You're supposed to take them out of their cage to feed them?
Yeah. Is that better, Hip Dad? Is the echo gone? It might have been me.
Yo. Hello.
So anyhow, you take them out of their enclosure. And you feed them in like another container. Thanks, Hip Dad, for letting me know.
Thanks for that shout out, bro.
Yeah, you're the first person to come in, and yeah, it was me, not you. It was all me. I forgot to turn the monitors off on the recording thing. But anyhow, you take them out of their enclosure to feed them, because if you don't feed them in whatever comes into their enclosure becomes food. Becomes food to them. They think you're feeding them when they're hungry. So if you go in there to like water them or to clean their cage, then they're going to hit you. So Hip Dad, what's going on with you tonight? How's your Friday evening going? Or is it Saturday in your part of the world?
Always Friday.
And 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Ready for beer 30? But yeah, I mean, you just want to take them out. And so what I did is I made a mistake when I first was feeding my snake, just hanging in Hippo, Ohio. Nice. I hear lots of people are moving out there to Hippo.
Is that where he's from, Ohio?
Yeah.
We have a girlfriend that lives there. And
I'm assuming it's Ohio because if you look in the chat, he said Hippo. But I think he's just, doing a knock on Ohio.
Okay.
What's always high in the middle? Ohio. But anyhow, I made the mistake of not doing that in the beginning, and I went to feed him a rat, and he latched right onto me, and he just he got me good. Tell them to stay away. Yeah, you don't want to wind up like Montana, huh? Where you got this beautiful country, everything going on, and all of a sudden all the Californians move out there and take over, right?
Yeah, Ohio sucks.
Stay away. Stay away.
Nobody wants to go there.
Yeah. No room. Go to Texas and live with Joe Rogan. You know what? Actually, while you're bullfrogging, I know of about 13 people who have moved to Texas, and I know about 4 people that have moved to Ohio. And yes, Ohio is pretty awesome. I actually had a job offer with a warehouse I used to work at. The manager that I used to work for moved out there, and he took over a distribution center over there, and he actually wanted me to come over there and drive reach truck for him, which is
one of the major auto
sales. Yeah,
places,
auto places. Yep, yeah. Auto supply places wanted me to go out there.
Wow, they wanted you to move to Texas, relocate?
No, Ohio. They wanted me to move to Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah, Texas is sticky, man. It's hot
But there are a ton of like Hip Dad says, there's a ton of people moving to Texas, and it's true.
Yeah, my neighbor moved there and loves it.
Well, it's a lady who's like a sister to me moved out to Texas, Stephanie, and they're loving it. They moved to Commerce, Texas. I never even heard of Commerce, but apparently it's out in the middle of Podunkville, USA, and they just are away from all the crazy hubbub of cities and all that stuff. And it's a peaceful, loving place, respectful, loving place. You don't have the crazy politics going on. So
yeah, that's what we're missing in this area, Washington. The crazy politics.
Crazy upon crazy politics.
Yeah.
And just the crazy people doing crazy stuff. What about that wrong way driver on I-5, right?
Yeah, I talked to other drivers that are long haul and stuff that go across the country, and everything's great until you come back here. They travel through Wisconsin and Montana and Idaho and go well over the mountains and come back. And then as soon as you hit Washington, it's like everyone's angry and cutting you off and flipping you off. And we got some of the worst drivers in the world here.
Yeah.
Well, not in the country. I mean, can't be any worse than like the Philippines or wherever.
Yep.
That would just give me super anxiety.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got another story here from the AP that Berlin's about to let women go topless.
Berlin's getting ready to let women go topless?
Yeah. In the city's public swimming pools, Berlin women are allowed to be topless.
Well, that doesn't really surprise me, because back when I was a young lad
Free the nipple.
Free the nipple. It is legal now? Yeah. What's up, DT? How you doing? You lived in Ohio and Texas, and you enjoyed your time in both states? I bet you did. Man,
he's done it all.
Yeah, DT's awesome. But I'm a swamp Billy in your heart. Man, you know what, DT? So
that's awesome.
It's funny you say that, because I tell you what, man. There's nothing better than a little bit of Fado going on. Yes, sir. I used to live in a little town called New Iberia in Louisiana, just south of Lafayette. And I tell you what, man, it was nothing but good times down there, man. Them people know how to get down. You get yourself some boudin out there, man. Nothing better than that.
And living in different places all around the country, it gives you a lot of perspective too. You know how different we all are and diverse, and
yeah.
You think your area is like. But then you go somewhere else and like the food's different, the people are different. It's like it's pretty amazing. Our country.
Yeah. You know? Hip Dad says he's on Arco Linux now. Nice. What version of Arco Linux are you running? Kabir, hey, how you doing, brother?
What's up, man?
Hip Dad says he wants to know what normal is. Small town in Alabama. Well, that depends, man. Does a family tree have branches on it? Because I hear that in Alabama, those family trees can be awful pointy and straight. Oh, no version in particular? My daily driver, just so you know, Hip Dad, my daily driver is Arco i3, but I've been toying around with his Hyperland, and I got to tell you, I'm getting ready to do a video on it, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty sweet. Hyperland's come a long way. So DT, what was your experience over there in Texas? You said you really enjoyed it. What did you enjoy the most? Oh, Arco Linux KDE, way to go, Hip Dad. I really, I used to use KDE back in the day. I really love how you can customize it, and actually that's one of the things because they have the shortcuts, the keyboard shortcuts that you can use in it, and so I used it a lot, and that's what kind of made me say, hey, I want to jump to a window manager. Are you watching the chat? Because Kabir is saying something to you, brother.
I am not. Logged
it says, all fine GamerTube channel now watch time is 33.2 thousand. Dude, you're about to be monetized here pretty soon there, gamer.
Whoop, there it is.
You lived in Dallas, DT, for a couple of years? 20 years? Holy crap.
I'll have to send you a message later, Kabir. I got your number, brother.
That's Dallas's...
Things are going better for me.
What the heck just happened?
Oh.
What the heck happened to my live?
You broke it all. Kabir took us down.
No, I think we're still streaming. Yeah, now we're streaming. What the heck just happened? Like everything just flashed and went away. That was weird. And now it's back. Can somebody tell me if we're here?
I blame it on Comcast.
Blame it on Comcast. Yeah, crap.
They are. That's what's wrong with this country.
Are we here? Hello? Yep, I'm still streaming. Okay, that was weird.
Coming in live.
Yeah, no.
YouTube.
Dallas, I heard, is a pretty, it's an Arco thing. I guess it is. Yeah, Comcrap. Yeah, Comcrap is horrible, man. They're really, I was reading somewhere that they're really leading a war against, like, internet streaming and stuff like that. Because I guess they're...
Dallas?
No, Comcast. Comcrap.
Oh.
And
like we went from Dallas to internet?
Yeah, DT got me on Comcrap.
Oh, okay.
I call it Comcrap too, by the way.
It's a monopoly. We got to take it down, man.
It's a huge monopoly, and they're starting to gear up against people that are doing too much streaming and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like starting to do...
Really?
Dallas versus internet. That's awesome.
That's what everyone does is stream. So like, what are they gonna? I mean,
well, that's what everything's moving to.
Yeah.
I mean, your TV. I mean, you can get IPTV. I mean, it's like they're spiting their nose to cut off spiting their nose to cut off their face, whatever the hell it is.
And then there's multiple TVs in a house.
Yeah.
You know, every person is watching.
Dallas versus internet. Ain't that the truth? Dallas is kind of its own world. Is what I was going to try to say earlier. It seems to me. But, I met a lot of people that lived in Dallas, and it's like a mixed bag. They're all like, oh, it's a wonderful place. It's a beautiful city. It's great, this, that, and other. And then I've met other people that tell me, don't ever go to Dallas. Go to Fort Worth or San Antonio. Stay away from Dallas or Houston even. So I don't know. It's like their own world.
It's a big city.
Yeah. Oh, I've never been there.
Just another big city.
Yeah,
it's problems.
I'm like Hip Dad, man. I'm more of a country guy. I like living out in the woods.
But you live in the city.
I hate it. I hate every goddamn minute here.
Downtown Tacoma.
Hate every damn minute in Tacoma, man. I am not gonna lie, man.
And homeless people sleep on your front porch, and
yeah, that was funny. So what he's just talking about is one day.
You showed up late for work. What's up, man?
Yeah, one day
You're
I go
never
to
late.
I go to I go to leave for work, right? And as I'm going out my front door, there is a homeless person. So I have what like people would call a mudroom, right?
Right.
For a front porch. It's enclosed. There is a homeless person camped out in my freaking front porch, man. Had to call the cops to get the person to leave and stuff, man. It was crazy. I couldn't get past the person. They're like, "What are you doing in my place?" I'm like, "What are you doing in my place? I own this front porch." I'm like, "This is my place. What are you doing?" What I mean? It's just craziness here. DT says San Antonio is a nice town. Houston is nice, but dang, the traffic is some of the worst he's seen and even been around in the U.S. No, bro.
Really?
DT, listen here, man. You got an open invite. You bring yourself up to Seattle, man. I will take. I'll stay over here in Tacoma with you, man. But you got an open invite to come up here. But if you want to see horrific traffic, bro, I'm gonna take you up to Seattle one day. We'll do rush hour traffic in Seattle, man. That's just straight up crappiness right there, man.
And people are rude. The way they cut you off and.
Oh, it's horrible. Well, Sean here, the gamer, he drives a big rig in those places, man. He's driven through there with a big rig, hauling steel.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I'm in a dump truck, but yeah.
Yeah, I think we were rated. I think Seattle traffic was rated like 4th or 5th worst in the country.
LA,
Luxury Lifetime. What's up, bro? How you doing?
LA and New York and yeah.
LA's been bad. When we were at the Whiskey A Go Go with Lewd and Crude, Motley Crue tribute band that I deal with.
Right.
We played the Whiskey A Go Go, and we were there 2 days, 2 days and 3 nights, or no, sorry, 3 days, 2 nights. And to drive to the Whiskey A Go Go, which we stayed literally like maybe 7 blocks away, took us an hour to get there.
Whoa.
Took an hour to get there.
Or with all your gear and
we had we had all our gear, all the drum kit was in there in the back and everything. We had all that stuff. It took us an hour to get there, bro.
Geez, 7 blocks.
Yeah, 7 blocks, man, and it was bad. And let me tell you, man, there were people making, you hear the joke about people making, a left-hand turn from the right-hand lane. There literally were people making right-hand turns from the left-hand lane, literally cutting across 4 lanes of traffic, man. I was like, this is crazy, man. It was nuts, man. I vowed then that was the last time I would ever go back to Los Angeles. There is not a daggone thing there in Los Angeles that I want to see ever again.
Good to know.
I did the Whiskey A Go Go, and that was on my bucket list. Done. You know what I'm saying? That's all I needed from California. So, Luxury Lifestyle, what's up with you? How's your Friday night going? Anybody out there?
What else I got?
Well, so another topic that I actually read, and I've been getting, and it's weird because you know how you get all these little suggestions and like these little short reels and stuff like that. But I guess there's a thing called slap fighting, and it's becoming a sport.
It's part of UFC now. I think UFC is actually promoting it.
They're promoting slap fighting?
Yeah, men and women do it. It's become pretty big, man. You just now have seen that?
Yeah, well, no, I've seen it before, but I mean, it's becoming an actual sport. That's what I think is crazy.
I thought it was like a joke at first.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I thought it was like just people messing around, but it's a real sport.
Yeah, apparently
guys get knocked out,
straight knocked out. I watched the dude. I watched the dude on one of these videos. I mean, it was like this huge Herculean cat, man.
Yeah.
And this other little dude, man, and oh boy, man, he just reared back, man, and he let it go, and you like watch the dude's face just like go completely distorted.
They show it in slow.
And all of a sudden, and he just fell and hit the ground. And he was like all stiff, and he was knocked out, man. I was waiting for the other dude to jump up and steal his sneakers, man. It was crazy, man. DT says he doesn't travel outside the U.S. that often, but California's an interesting place. DT, all the power to you, brother.
Tahoe was like the only reason I'd ever go back there.
Yeah, go to California, man. I mean, there's a lot of crazy. L.A. and San Fran both have horrible traffic. I hate to live there. Not to mention the cost of everything is like 3 times what it is next door in Arizona. Yeah, ain't that the truth, brother?
That's crazy.
I think that trip to the Whiskey A Go Go. I think that. When we went there, so the band, we rented out the whole second floor of a hotel. We had that many people. We sold VIP tickets and stuff like that. But myself personally, that day, I think I spent almost, or that whole time was almost close to $3,000. It was insane.
Yeah.
Everything was crazy.
Yeah. Just like Seattle, though. It's comparable. San Francisco and Seattle are like both neck and neck with the inflation.
Luxury
1-bedroom apartment for $2,000.
Luxury lifestyle says every place is beautiful and every place has its own good. You're absolutely right. The mountains in California are beautiful, and so is the coast.
Yeah.
The coast is very nice. I did do the Santa Monica Pier.
Have you ever driven down 101?
And that was an interesting place.
Gone through the redwoods.
Huh?
Ever driven through 101 and gone through the redwoods?
No, I wish I would have done
County.
that. That would have been nice.
That's a fun trip.
But I did do, what was interesting though is doing on the Monica Pier, there's a lot of buskers there. And a busker are people who do like they'll set up drum kits or their one-man band and stuff like that. And we were there on, it was Friday night, I believe. There's a lot of people there. And when we were there, there were people that were just playing music, right? And we had our Motley Crue shirts on, our Luden Crue shirts on and stuff like that. And they knew that Crue Fest was going on. And so one of the buskers started playing some Motley Crue stuff. So we jumped in with them. That was kind of cool, man. Kind of got a little crowd going around and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Santa Monica Pier is pretty cool. But either way, man, every place, as he said, does have beauty, man. Yeah. Like, I'm a Florida boy. I come from Florida. I hail from Naples, Florida, which is a little, well, not anymore. It's a large town, but it's a small town down in the swamps. So I understand Swamp Billy there, DT. But anyhow, I moved up here to Washington State. And the first thing that literally exploded my mind, just blew me away, was the majesty in their forest, in their trees. Like, you literally will walk up to a fir up here. It's not uncommon.
Our national forests are pretty awesome.
You'll walk up to a fir up here and you can't even put your arms around it. In Florida, you can hug those little slash pines. Here, you can't put your arms around two people. Some of them, you can't even get two people to hold hand in hand and go around one of these trees. Some of these trees take 4 people. They're just ginormous and they're everywhere. And they're 200 to 150 to 200 feet tall. When they fall, they don't just like crack a house, they like level a house. I mean, they'll take things out. That's a big thing that happens up here because we get windstorms and
icy, and then
and they'll get too heavy and they'll fall and they'll just go through people's houses. I mean, it's crazy. But it's beautiful too, all in the same thing, all at the same time. It just, you're like in awe of Mother Nature. I think it's funny how Mother Nature can do that. It can make you feel minuscule at times. Like I was talking to somebody today going out to ocean shores. That's another thing. We have the Pacific Ocean here. And so we go out to the coast and the waves that we get here are huge, 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 huge. And just watching those waves just crash on the shore and like you'll see it taken feet away and you're just like, wow, how powerful and how perfect is Mother Nature? What is going on? You just become awe of the beauty that's around us. Yeah.
I love the Pacific salmon, all the fisheries coming up the rivers, and the seafood that comes from that Pacific Ocean. You go out
fresh,
crabbing and clamming.
Yeah, and going out here Dungeness crabbing and
halibut.
Just getting fresh crab. Yeah.
Oh man, that's one of my favorite things about this area is the fresh fish.
Yeah, fresh fish, fresh crab, elk, deer, and like I'm not talking deer. So another thing
I posted today.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw those pictures of the elk that you posted today. Another thing that blew me away up here is so a Florida deer or key deer, sometimes they're referred to as key deer, are really tiny, like about the size of a German Shepherd. Okay, we have deer up here that are as big as a doggone cow, and you're like, what the heck, man? And then you'll see an elk, which is almost the size of a moose. And then, of course, in the northern parts, you can see some moose in the lower part of Canada. In the northern part of Washington, you can see some moose, too. They have some moose sightings going on. And those things are huge, too. Everything out here is ginormous.
The moose are crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the nature up here, if you like being an outdoors guy and you like going out camping and hiking and fishing and experiencing stuff, and taking pictures and doing that kind of stuff, Washington State's a beautiful place. If you want to get driven crazy by some wild politics, then Washington State's a perfect place for that too. It's funny how that works, right? You know, I mean, we used to talk about tree huggers being crazy, but here it's on a totally different level. You know,
Tree huggers.
that's what we used to call them in the South. All those tree huggers down there. You know,
All you Washington hippies,
yeah. But no,
West Coast hippies.
no. Anyhow, so back to the slap funny thing. I can't believe that's becoming a sport.
Have you seen the women do it?
No, I've not
You just
seen the women
those
do
two
it.
big Russian-looking dudes or whatever. These are monsters, man. And it's all about hand placement too. You just hit it.
It's Twitter in real life. DT says it's Twitter in real life up here. You ain't shitting, bro. Yeah, that's the fact. It is. It's, and you know what's really funny is on the local news here, they were just talking about how all these former people that were working at Twitter, and that got laid off and stuff, like 12,000 of them or 13,000 were up here, and they're like having to find these jobs. They're not having good luck finding any of these jobs. They're struggling because of Elon Musk firing them. You know, but yeah, those are the people. You nailed it. Dead to the nuts on it, man. It's crazy up here, man. But no, I've not seen these women slap. You've seen these women slap fighters?
Yeah, I have.
And they're like ginormous, you said?
No, they look like normal women.
Oh, I thought you said they're like ginormous Russians or something.
No, I was talking about the guys that you've seen.
Oh, yeah.
Like the two best in the world were just gonna fight like this last weekend or this weekend, or UFC's putting it on or something. And but yeah, the women. It's really funny to watch the women because they're just little dainty things, you know. There's like little pretty blondes and stuff, and they're just they stand there and slap the shit out of each other. And,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know who came up with that sport, but
it's stupid. It's a dumb sport. It really is, man. First off, if you smack me in the face, I'm not smacking you back. I'm straight up punching you. That's my thing. I cannot get punched, man. I cannot, man. If you know, or smacked. That's my ultimate disrespect, man. MD Kabir says, "Hey, we're invited to Bangladesh, and he'll show us around. Once we see it, you'll not want to go back home."
That'd be amazing. Man.
That would be amazing.
That's on my list.
That would be yeah. I definitely want to come out that way. I definitely want to get out there in that way. DT says, "I can talk to someone for 30 seconds and immediately determine if they're a Twitter user or not." Well, hey, you know what though? You know, in all honesty, DT, I do got a Twitter handle, and I throw out videos up there once in a blue moon, and I actually have a bot that winds up retweeting my stuff. So, I mean, I can't really knock it for that, especially now that Elon has kind of cleaned house over there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not getting...
It's always been my favorite, actually.
Seriously?
For the porn, yeah.
For what?
It's just like unregulated, man. Some of the, you know, before OnlyFans, like Twitter was it, man.
Are you really going down this road? Why are you doing this to me, Sean?
Naked chicks, bro.
God, what is wrong with you, man? No, Twitter. First off, you just blew my mind. Just like I recently found out. I don't know. I was watching a video. I watched so many different people on YouTube. I found out that you can actually find porn. I think it was DT's video. To be honest with you, now that I'm thinking about it, DT made a video that yes, I think so, DT. But anyhow, I think DT was actually mentioning that they're putting porn on YouTube now.
All right, have to check that out.
Oh my God, Sean!
That was like one of my first uses for YouTube, though. It was like, yeah.
What? I bet you were the first person that got on there and hit the search button and said, "Sex,
strip teases,
strip teases." You're bad.
Yeah, man.
You're horrible. You're horrible. I can't.
I mean, before Pornhub, and you know.
Actually, no, DT. It's not. I don't think I did put an age restriction on this. Oh well, I'm probably going to be demonetized on it.
We were already talking about cocaine, so I don't know what you were thinking. Letting me in.
Wait. Hip Dad says BBS has porn? Has prawn?
I don't know what BBS is.
What is BBS?
Baby got smack.
Baby got smack?
Baby, or big beautiful.
DT says he can't even describe some of the videos he's found on YouTube since the comment will certainly be flat. I bet. Hip Dad, you just had to wait a long time to get it.
Right?
Yeah, no.
We used to download a picture and go to school and come back and it'd almost be
pre-internet.
Yeah, it's like the dial-up picture of Ireland or whatever.
No, I think no. Actually, he's talking about. So when I was in the Navy, actually, I think I know exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about the British Broadcasting System.
Oh.
Actually, I'm remembering a time when a bulletin board system. Okay, I thought you were talking about the BBS because I was overseas stationed in Italy one time, and I was there and. After hours, like, we had the I'm old enough to remember when we used to actually have the American sign-off where they played the national anthem and then it went
at midnight.
Yeah, at midnight. Yeah,
God, dude.
I remember that. So
that's a trip.
over in
Flashback.
Italy and in Europe, I don't just assuming in Italy, but whatever. Anyhow, they actually did a sign-off like that, and then it went to freaking actual porn.
Put your kids in bed. Yeah. This is it, folks. Let's dance. When the song's playing, it's over.
Yeah, DT says there's a pornographic vids on YouTube with millions of views, but I have 2 videos about scripting in Python and Qtile that have been demonetized for. Are you serious?
That's insane.
Why would they demonetize that? Why, I don't understand how that would happen. That's crazy. Hip Dad says he has cobwebs in his armpits. We're just a bunch of boomers here, apparently. Except for Kabir. Kabir, I think, is like 20 years old, maybe 22, something like that.
Got that baby face. I can tell.
Yeah.
He looks younger.
Yeah, no, I don't understand how that could happen, DT. What did you say? Some bad words in your video or something? Hip Dad, you're not old. You're still young.
You're as old as you feel, man.
64 here. Hey, congratulations on 64. I'm 53. But I'll tell you what, Hip Dad, you just think back, man. You just think back because you know what? Moses and Abraham were 800 and 900 years old. So 64, you're still a spring chicken.
Shit, yeah.
DT says he's appealed and cannot get it overturned. They are the most benign, boring videos ever.
Technology.
I know, DT, you never cuss on your videos. Dude, that's the one. Yeah, you're a professional in your videos, man.
Wow.
I've watched your videos ever since I can remember, and I've never heard you curse, never once. And you're always clear about any point you're trying to make, that you're trying to be fair and honest, man. So I don't know. I don't understand how they could have done that. I wonder if somebody reported it. Somebody found it offensive.
I don't think we have a lot of kids following your page anyways.
Who, DTs?
A lot of under 18 kids interested in Linux. I don't know. Just a guess.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah. Maybe.
Alan, he's 20 years old at work, and he's on Linux. He uses Zero Linux.
I said 18 or younger, man.
Your kids?
He's a man.
Look at.
Alan's a man.
Sure. You look at your kids.
Yeah.
They like Linux. I mean,
yeah, but they're not watching YouTube videos about it.
Well, most people ain't watching YouTube videos on their computer anyhow. Unless you're a boomer. Most kids today they're watching it on their phones. I mean, that they're watching while they're eating, they're watching while they're brushing their teeth, they're watching while they're doing everything. At least that's how my kids were. They never put that damn phone down for anything. If I really wanted to hurt their feelings, I took their phone away.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do. They lose their freaking mind.
That's how I ground them.
Yeah.
They already have like a special allotted time they can do a day, before it shuts off screen time. But yeah, it used to be putting their nose in the corner, but now it's taking away their phone or tablet.
Yeah, and
the only thing that works.
Yeah, they lose their freaking mind. Hip Dad says he can't remember if he cussed on the Patreon vids or not. If I did, I apologize, DT. DT said, Hip Dad, it's all good. I don't tell others what they can or can't say on my streams. You know what, man? I don't either. If I have anybody on my stream, which I haven't had anybody join my channel, and I have not joined anybody else's channel outside of Zero Linux's. But I always
move on me, man.
you. But I mean, you're my brother from another mother, of a very lighter color. Anyhow, I mean, I don't ever, I don't tell people what they can and can't say either. You know what I mean? That's not me. You know, you have the freedom of speech in my house. It's America, damn it, America.
Yeah, we're not trying to offend anybody though.
Yeah,
what we're saying, we're just trying to have fun. So
yeah, that's it. I'm always light and humor. That's me. I always try to make everything light.
I didn't see the problem with bringing up boobies, but
well, dang it.
So anyway, yeah, I got another story here. This 82-year-old man. This is on AP News. Mm-hmm. He got caught in Colorado or in New York. No, it was in Colorado. I was wrong. Mm-hmm. 82-year-old man got caught selling fake Michael Jordan cards. And he's racked up over $800,000 in 4 years. I don't know. He's like faking the signature on them, or I don't know how you do fake Michael Jordan basketball cards, but he's racked up like almost $1 million.
How do people make freaking fake Super Bowl tickets? But they do.
Fake Michael Jordan basketball cards.
Yeah, I mean,
he's like printing them out. You know, he had his own little Michael Jordan factory.
Well,
factory going on.
You know, there's scanning software. There's flatbed scanners and scanning software.
And then you just needed the right board.
Yeah, and well, a lot of there are scanners out there that you can pay good money on, and they'll do, I think, like almost like 4K resolution.
Yeah.
And they'll print out at that. I mean, they'll print out
really. He's 82 years old, though. He's just
hey, man, you got to supplement that Social Security somehow.
One last hustle before he goes.
That's it, man. You got to supplement that Social Security anyhow.
Now he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison, but he almost made it, man.
Well, hey, man,
he got the wrong dream. We need to get the heck out of this country.
You know, that's what I'm doing.
Colorado took him down.
Yeah, I mean,
you start making money, man, you become a target.
Well, at least maybe he became a target only because he didn't pay taxes on it, because that's probably really what they cared about more than anything.
Right.
Yeah, you know, you didn't pay your taxes.
Actually finally figured it out. You know, who knows? I don't. That's all the story I got, but I just thought that stuck out to me as like hilarious.
So DT says, speaking of YouTube spam, I see that my old friend Roel Vandepar now has over 2 million uploads on YouTube. I'm sure those are all you're talking about that dude that is posting like a video every couple of seconds or something like that.
2 million?
Yeah, this dude is insane.
2 million uploads?
Yeah, I think
how can you do that in a lifetime?
I don't even know. He's got like 2 million, man. And he's like, this dude is literally posting them at a clip.
That's like what we were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
Getting to 1 million shorts views. At the rate, because I was getting like 10 a short or whatever.
Yeah, but the thing is how is he absolutely doing this? I mean, there's no way. Man. So what I think, if you look at some of his videos, he's just like transcribing. He has like a bot, I think, that transcribes words and stuff and makes it like a word video. And he subscribed to your Patreon. After you made his video trashing him, well, geez, maybe I should go trash him too, so I can get another Patreon, so I can actually have 3 Patreons now. That's hilarious.
Bad press is good press, man.
I told you that. Didn't I tell you that? Didn't I tell you that?
Make you famous.
Yeah.
At least people are talking about you.
Oh, he says he scrapes Stack Overflow. Yeah, that's what he's doing, and then it just regurgitates. He's got a script, and it just scrapes Stack Overflow, and then it turns around and regurgitates in word form. You know, and music and stuff like that does this stuff. So It just he totally automated the video process. So he's like a video king when it comes to that. I wonder, obviously I don't think he was going for subscriber count as much as he was going for watch hours and to make money off monetization at that clip. You know, constantly coming out with the video every couple of seconds and getting, all these views and stuff. And being so high in the algorithms that he's constantly getting suggested to people. I mean, I think that's how it works, right, DT?
That dude is vicious.
Oh, yeah, he's insane. I mean, you go like there. I did it too because DT even mentioned it in the video. If you go to the video and you watch the video, one of his videos, by the time you've watched one of his videos, another 1 or 2 of them have dropped already. DT says he asked him why he subbed to his Patreon. He said he wanted to ask me if I wouldn't mind deleting my video. I responded, not a damn. No, DT, now's when you go and you make another video about his request.
About him saying that, right? Yeah. blast him on it.
Yeah. Me and DT tend to get in trouble a little bit. When I made my video, he was averaging like 3 videos per minute. Yeah, 3 videos per minute.
Wow.
Yeah, like by the time you get done watching one of his videos, another 2 have dropped. It's insane. Hip Dad says these portobello mushrooms.
Portobellos. You gotta cook them in butter, man.
You gotta put them in butter.
Put them on a steak or something. Oh, those are.
Oh,
good.
no way. YouTube throttled him since you made your video, DT?
That sounds good, Hip Dad.
Portobellos and mushrooms over a nice, juicy freaking
I'm
ribeye?
into mushrooms, man.
Yeah. I know you're into mushrooms.
I grow them. It's really easy, Hip Dad.
Listen, those are not portobellos that are growing under your cow patty, okay?
There's a couple websites. You just do some research, and they're really easy to grow.
All you got to do is keep them in the dark and feed them lots of bull.
Lots of what?
Lots of bull.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke. My job thinks I'm a mushroom. It always keeps me in the dark and feeds me lots of bull. So DT said that YouTube throttled
How do you get throttled?
that dude.
They just like, you're not on the top search anymore?
Well, I guess they realized what he was doing. I mean, he was like, he literally pwned, like he owned and just like raped their algorithm. That's really what he did. I had him at Rail Bed. Oh, with red bell peppers and extra virgin olive oil.
Dude knows what's up.
Dude, man, I'm coming to your house to eat dinner. Hip,
You can't upload every few seconds. That's how they throttled him.
Got you.
Okay. They Comcasted his ass, huh?
Yeah, they Comcrapped him.
They're on
More than 5. You can't upload more than 5 or 6 videos a day now. Oh, I'm so sorry. 5 or 6 videos a day. That's still owning their.
Did you see the next one? He had 1% of all videos on YouTube. That's nuts, man.
Dude.
Wow.
That is literally nuts.
Wow.
Okay, so my mind
I'm
went.
gonna have to join his page.
Yeah, my mind actually
cool.
went to the hardware aspect for YouTube.
Right.
How did they not know that this dude was pegging their storage limits, man? Because you know how many videos he's got to have. He's got to have. I can't even come up with the name of terabytes he's had to have, petabytes he'd had to have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Eric Dubois is a beast. Dude, Eric Dubois over at Arco Linux is literally a beast. That dude puts out, first off, he's got a whole course through videos that you could take on Arch Linux, 1. 2, he's putting out on how to customize things, how to do things, man. He's putting out so many videos, man, it's insane. And the thing is like Hip Dad said, man, all Eric's videos, they're freaking top quality. Dude, I wish I could be as good as him. DistroTube, they knew, but if it was making money for YouTube, yeah, I guess you're right. The trade-off is yeah, they're making us money, so you know what? We ain't going to say anything now.
I try to put out 1 a day.
Well, you know,
I was doing like 1 short a day and then 1 video a day, but sometimes I can't do it.
And DT and I, and you know what? And DT and I were actually we were talking. You know, we got in trouble. Well, not in trouble because we were actually correct in what we were standing up for. But that's the one thing that I think that YouTube could do a better job at is scummy content creators and scummy channels. They really should focus on that. I mean, because there are a lot of them that lack integrity, you know. And I'm not saying
freedom of speech, though, man. I mean, then you're gonna make it a paid platform, and
he said that Roll was putting out 60 videos an hour at one point. Holy crap! Wow, that is insane.
For him,
60 videos an hour—that's 1 every minute. But they weren't even real videos, so not good for him. See, that's the whole point.
Does it work? Does he have 2 million subscribers? Isn't that what you said? Or something?
No, he's got 2 million videos.
Oh.
Put down the mushroom. Go back. Go drink water. Clear your system. Yeah. No, I mean, he. I don't. Well, I'm just for the sheer content, like I was telling him, just for the ad revenue that he would have gotten off that, even though it's meager what they pay for ad revenue. You know, at that volume, he Walmart methoded it. Really is what he did. He took the Walmart method and employed. So, okay, so if I sell everything for $20 and get 100 million people in the store, but I sell everything at $100 and only get 50 people in the store, which one's making the money?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm losing a little bit, but by the sheer volume, I'm making all the money. Hip Dad, I don't know if you can be scummy or not. Maybe if you crawl around in, pond scum or something like that.
That's what McDonald's is really good at, is their locations. They bought a lot of good real estate. Same with Walmart.
Yeah.
It's like every city, or they just tried to attack every town or city, and
yeah,
they've taken over.
DT says, and he does nothing, and you're right, and that's why I said there should be, I don't know, a YouTube police. I don't want to go into the communist side or anything like that, but I'm just saying, I mean, there should be some type of regulation by themselves that they do on that. I mean, they can come up with all these AIs and all these things out there to review your videos before you upload it to make sure there are no copyright infringements. Why can't they review channels to see that they're doing these kind of things like Roll's doing? I mean, they need to, and also like which ones are doing questionable things that are ethical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He dominates the YouTube search. Yeah, he does. Yeah, because I've seen him too a million times. And like I said, we can't stop him. It's got to be YouTube that stops him, and them throttling him might have helped out a little bit, but I doubt it. I doubt it's going to do anything to that guy. I mean, besides, what's to say he doesn't create a second account? He's already got the script scripted and just start doing that with another account. Now he's literally doubled down, and then quadruple down or whatever. You know what I mean? You can't stop people like that. I don't think that's the part that's hard, but you know what, DT, you and me and Matt and all the guys like us, man, we'll just continue to make honest days living and honest content, man, and try to just get our little nut,
You just put the good content out, and
hopefully people find us and stay to us,
People's choice, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. You make videos. We all make videos here, right? I mean, we're all content creators. I mean,
we're making one right now.
Huh? Yeah, we're making one right now. I mean, the work that goes into it, what you put into it, and then you got this jack off that comes along with the script, and he just like scrape this, that, and another, and do that. I mean, I don't understand it. I really don't. But
hey, we're all scummy.
That's the way of the world that we live in today.
I can be scummy. What is he talking about?
Yeah. We're talking about the scum content creators.
Oh. That's talking about his cooking still.
No. You're drinking a beer right now? Hey, DT, both Sean and I popped the top right before the show. And while we were relaxing, we were just chilling and just, talking, listening to some good jazz.
First thing I did when I came over, I said, "Hey man, you need a beer."
And he bearded me.
See it on your face.
Yeah, he bearded me, and we cracked our own, man. Nothing like a good ice cold beer. I'll tell you that. You ain't working right now, no sir. You're enjoying, and it's. I got to tell you something, DT. I've been a huge fan, and just in a way, I'm not starstruck because I used to be a rock star, but at any instance. Yeah, I'm a little starstruck with you. You're one of my favorite all-time YouTubers, man. And just to have interaction with you, man, bro, I love you, man. You're awesome. It's awesome.
Thanks, DT.
I didn't know you were a trombonist. I knew you liked music. I didn't know that you were a trombonist. Nice, man. Go figure, though. Being a trombonist, in New Orleans or Louisiana. I don't think are you a NOLA?
A trombonist?
Yeah, trombone, dude.
That's a funny word.
Well, only because of you in the bone part.
Trombonist.
You in the bone part, man. But no,
is that real? Is that a real word?
Trombone, yeah. Okay. Do you know what a trombone is?
Yeah. Bonus. My daughter was playing the trombone.
Sweet. DT's degrees were actually music. Wow, mine actually.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good. I understand you're not NOLA. That's cool. No, my actual degree was actually in nursing, in medical. Yeah, I was a nurse for many years. After I got out the Navy, for what I did, my job was in the Navy.
Critical care, or what were you doing?
Critical. No. Yeah, actually, I did. Yeah, I was in ICU. I was a level 2 nurse in ICU. I also worked the ER. I did some tours in the OR theaters. And then my last bit, I wound up becoming my last hitch. I was a resident care manager at a nursing facility, a transitional care unit.
That was hard,
So,
huh?
DT is good, Hip Dad. My favorite jazz trombonist? Oh, no, I don't really. Sorry, DT, I don't really have one. DT, there you go. DT's my favorite jazz trombonist.
Suck up.
That's me. No, actually, I don't know of a good.
I
one
listen
that I
to
would
jazz, but I really don't know any of
the trombone. That's what I'm saying. I don't know trombone. I mean, you got Kenny G for sax. That
one's easy though. That's like
yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love jazz, but I don't know one.
Who's your favorite jazz trombonist?
I couldn't name one.
DT.
One musician.
Oh, come on. Not one?
Could you? I couldn't name one.
I just did. Kenny G.
Miles Davis.
There you go.
There we go. Came off the top of my head.
Old school. You have guys like Tommy Dorsey, Glenn Miller. Okay. Your favorite's J.J. Johnson? Oh, sweet.
We'll have to look him up.
Yeah, I definitely got to check out their work, man. So what I do... Hey, what's up, Matthew Fuchs? J.J. Johnson is legit. I'm going to have to look him up, man. To be honest with you, man, what I do is I have Alexa, and I come home and I set up... I got like 3 Alexas, and I set them all up on a group that's called Everywhere Group. And I'll just say, Alexa, play smooth jazz on Everywhere Group.
There's one in the bathroom, one in the kitchen, one in the living room.
And she just starts playing jazz. So I got it like everywhere, house. Man. Yeah. And so I get a total mixed variety of jazz. Cool. Yeah.
I got 2 and mine aren't linked.
I got to check out J.J. Johnson, though.
I don't know how you did that.
Look him up. Do what?
How the hell you link them up?
You go into your Alexa app, dude.
Just off your phone, yeah, on the app. 'Cause I got 2, but they're different, separate identities. That's pretty cool. You're the one that got me all into that. It was the smart home.
J.J. Johnson and Richard Davis.
Smart home.
I checked that video out. Yeah, Richard Davis. I heard of Richard Davis too.
I came over here and you're like, Alexa, turn on TV. I was like, heck, do that.
He was actually honored in National Endowments of the Arts too. J.J. Johnson was. Wow. I got to check him out. Carl Fontana is another great jazz trombonist. He has a special place in your heart since he's from your hometown. Oh, man. Oh, what I was going to tell you is, DT, I actually JJ's a go. Yeah, I saw that when I just looked him up, man. He's like amazing. I got to check him out. So my brother, Ronald K. Torella, he actually played at 14. He was a pianist, and he played at the age of 14 with the Philharmonic down in Naples, Florida. He actually got a degree to the School of Music in Cincinnati, and he wound up becoming a professor of music over in Michigan State. All my family are musically inclined. I do drums and I do a lot of vox. I do singing, but yeah, music is close to my heart. And I remember when I went to his graduation over in Cincinnati, he was valedictorian, and they just totally, tributed him and honored him. And he actually, they named a hall after him over there because he died of pancreatic cancer about 6 years ago. And, or maybe, no, it was 8 years ago. 8 years ago. And so they named a wing over one of the halls over there after him. So, yeah. He liked a lot of jazz, too. He's the one that actually got me listening to jazz because I'm an old school rocker. I love rock and roll, 80s rock and roll, 70s rock and roll, 60s rock and roll. Well, 60s music. It's not considered rock anymore, but back then it was. But anyhow, yeah, he's the one that got me listening to jazz. Matthew Fix, there's some great work that JJ and guitarist Joe Pass did, yeah. You visited the Cincy Conservatory and applied there for your doctoral? Sweet. But you end up going to North Texas, hence the Dallas bit earlier. Makes sense. Man, right on. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool, man. That's a good thing to know about you, DT. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, music, like, it's so funny, on a serious note, Sean.
Alex said you were a teacher. What did he teach then?
Who, DT?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he was a teacher.
Oh. That's what you told me.
No, I don't think DT was a teacher. No. But that's what I wanted to talk about is how schools are no longer supporting the arts. You know, a lot of your public schools, your private schools still do.
They are for my daughter. She's 12. She's got 2 concerts.
Oh no, actually DT did teach music for a bit. Okay.
My daughter plays the clarinet and she's got 2 concerts this week.
Oh,
That's
really?
The one thing about school she loves is band.
Well, it's so rare because that's usually the thing, you know, like when my kids were going to school, they must have started funding them again. Because when my kids were going to school,
Yelm's just a really good school.
Oh, yeah. He's always had a mind. You know what, DT? It comes through in your videos for sure. You definitely teach well. You do. There's quite a few things you've taught me. But Leviticus, DT's good at everything. Yes, he is. But the truth is, you know, a lot of the schools, you know, when my kids were growing up, they were defunding.
Yeah.
And
extracurricular.
You know, yeah, they were defunding a lot of, you know, arts, especially the arts, not so much the sports, but the arts, you know, and the thing is arts, whether it's drawing or videography or music or whatever, dude, it is a way to learn to express yourself. It's very valuable. It teaches you an open mind. It teaches you to see further, you know, in life, you know, it teaches you to be compassionate. You know, it teaches you to connect with things, you know, and it's very valuable. You know, I don't understand why a lot of places were doing that, you know. So, you know, we do a lot of fundraisers and a lot of stuff like that for them, and I was always part of it because you got to support, you know, that in your children. You got to foster that growth. It teaches discipline and stick to itness. Yes, it does. It does. You keep trying till you get the piece right. And then when you get right, you get it right and you nail it and you hit that last note and you're done. You're like, this is perfect.
Yeah, I was trying to push my daughter for so long in sports and I didn't, you know, and she's into art, drawing and painting and now she's just excelling in band and it was like I was just pushing her in the wrong direction.
Right.
I wanted her to do something other than school. You know, to make those friends and to have that extracurricular, and she's finally found it, and it's really awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
my boy's into sports and she's into art.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane. You know, what DT just said, discipline is lacking in modern society, and you're absolutely right. And along with that goes accountability, because if you were disciplined, you would hold yourself accountable. A lot of people now don't hold themselves accountable for stuff. They're like, oh, well, it's okay. Leviticus, I would hate to be a music teacher in this day. Everyone wants instant gratification and no work ethic. Leviticus, you're absolutely right. By the way, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. But yeah, I mean, people today, it's like nobody wants to be accountable for themselves, and they want to be, you know, raved over for every little thing that they did, which is nothing. Like I wiped my face today, or I brushed my teeth today, and it's like, look at me, I'm the world's greatest person. You know, that's stuff you do every day to take care of yourself. Come on, you know what I mean? But it's like at work, you know, you've seen some of the people we work with. You've been there with me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like they just don't want to do the work because they don't feel that they're earning enough, but yet they're earning $20 some odd an hour. You know, last I knew, you agreed to the job.
Right.
And they told you what they were paying you when you were hired. So for you to take on that attitude is just piss poor. DT says he refused to teach public school now, which is why I'm here.
Wow, really?
It's the worst job. I could imagine having and horrible pay. So I got to tell you, DT.
Just don't get a lot of support.
Yeah, I got to tell you something. 2 doors down from where I live, one of my neighbors is a teacher. Salt of the earth kind of guy. Wonderful guy. He literally goes, and I see him trucking in bags and bags of stuff that he buys to help support his kids in his class. And every day he comes home with some horror story about what's happened in school with children that have either accosted him verbally or physically. He's actually had that happen to him physically, and then he
Really?
like deals with the parents. The parents, he'll have the parents come, and they'll come in because he'll send them to the kids to the office. They'll get sent home, obviously, but before the parents go home, they come and pay him a little visit, and they're just as bad as the kids.
Yeah.
He says, in fact, it's worse for him with the parents do it because he says at least he understands why the kids are doing it. But these parents should have morals, and scruples about them, and they don't. And it's just like,
Wow.
yeah, the stories and the story, and I usually just see him and I just hand him a beer. I'm like, here you go, here's your beer. you need this. I mean, it's just I couldn't be a public teacher either. I couldn't be a public teacher. It was hard teaching my own kids, to be honest with you, because there's sometimes I was like Mr. Military guy. They'll tell you, if you ever talk to my kids, they will tell you, man, I was harsh on discipline, and I was harsh on just the way I spoke with them. I didn't sugarcoat a daggone thing with them. I nailed it right to the point, quick and fast, just like you're ripping off that Band-Aid. And so it caused them to not really like being parented by me, but they also respect me. He says, that's why I can't teach. I would literally choke the out of a student if they acted that way with me. It's not just a good fit. Yeah, I'm the same way with you, DT. I would lose my ever-loving mind. And then let the parent come in and actually act like the kid too, and I would really lose my mind then too. I would break them down like I did a weapon in the field, man. Snap them in two and break it all down, man, and clean every little part out. I mean, it's just insane. Kids today, and what's interesting is children my age that are the 22s, 23s, up to the millennials, seem to be that way, what we're talking about. But now there's a younger generation that I think has watched them make their mistakes. And I've had conversations with a few younger children, and they're like your kids' age, Sean.
Yeah, that's...
And they're like, these kids are stupid. They're saying, that's stupid. Why are you doing that? So hopefully the ship is going to, kind of like that sailboat that's got that keel on it, it's going to right itself. And we have, at least a glimmer of hope for the future.
It's like everybody's hair is purple now. Everyone's got a nose pierce. And it's going to go back to, like, church is the weird thing to do. Everybody, it used to be having purple hair was the weird thing to do. But now everybody has purple hair. Everybody, so it'll be... The weird ones are the nerds again, or it's gonna flip around, man.
Well, everything's cyclical. I mean, bell bottoms has proven that. How many times does it come in and out? It just happens. It's just cyclical. Everything's cyclical. But either way, it's getting late, and we gotta end this chat. It was wonderful talking to you guys. If you guys have anything else to say before we go, go ahead and hurry up and get it out there. Otherwise, we'll bid you guys a good night.
Thanks for following us. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
Thanks for being a part of this.
At Sean S6000 at the Gamer Tube over there, and I am Alex at the Linux Tube. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. And if you have, thanks. And we enjoy talking to you. DT, you're the man. I'm going to email you. All right. I want to talk to you about something. All right. Talk to you later, brother.
Peace.
Bye.
Happy Friday night. Later, dudes.